like, yeah, they also sell something else that peps you up, too.
Cocaine!
But yeah, and then they would just line that shit with bricks, and then they'd cover it with more coffee grounds so they could get it on international shipments and it'd pass customs.
And now, you ladies and gentlemen out there know how to ship drugs internationally. Thank you, Dallas, for the educational tip here on the podcast. Yo, Joe. I'm a little high. We're starting off crazy, Dallas. We're fucked up.
Useless information. I'm not speaking from a position of experience.
You're like, oh shit, we were recording that whole time? Just wait for the outtakes, dude. You're going to jail, man.
You get knocked off in my sleep by the CIA.
It was like, hey. You're just like, wait, what?
He exposed our game.
He exposed it. We're out. We can't do this anymore.
You can find the same information on a documentary. It's not like it's a big secret.
I'm sure if I run that shit through ChatGPT, I'm like, how do I ship drugs internationally? It'll just be like, dude, coffee grounds.
Yeah, coffee grounds, bro. Get a lot of coffee grounds.
Get a lot of coffee grounds, dude. You know, we're going to make this shit happen, dude. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Oh, no, fucking goddamn it. Let's just start over. I fucked it all up, dude. And that was the first time I did drugs. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Yo Joe, a Real American podcast. We're going to keep it all in there. Everybody can see my fumble there. They're like, this guy, dude. He's fired, dude. We're bringing Brandon back in. We're bringing Brandon in. Brandon, this is your notice, dude. Fucking, I'm on 2 weeks notice right now. You got 2 weeks to catch up with the fucking, you got to watch fucking 12 episodes, bro. And like 17 episodes of fucking Transformers. You gotta watch them in order, too.
It'd be a good
just like we did last week, dude. Last 2 weeks, we watched like random episodes of season 2.
You got a whole
Not
season.
by choice.
You got a whole season to knock out.
Yeah, we got a whole... Yeah, you gotta get through season 1. Fucking... Gotta get through 3 5-part miniseries. Fucking G.I. Joe, dude. So, what's up, Dallas? How you doing, dude?
Oh, pretty good. Several new Yojo June announcements came out.
Ooh,
Yes,
I'm excited.
Yeah, it was definitely some nipple rubbing shit.
I'll fucking rub the nipples out right now,
They're
dude. No shame in my game.
They're doing a version of Dusty version 2. It's old school figure that they recently released, or well, not recent release. That was 1991.
Yeah, that was like about 35 years ago.
Yep. But they're doing them in classified scale, which is really exciting.
Ooh, that is exciting, Dallas. Everybody out there can check him out. Do they see his head moving back a little bit? Yeah, get that good Dusty angle right there. Yeah, see those tits. What's up, dude? What's up?
Yeah, wearing a tank top in the Middle East. That's not advisable. But
get a hardcore sunburn, dude. You know, get that farmer's tan.
You'd have that sunburn in no time.
Dude, bro, when I was in Florida one time, like, I literally went out there, I had no sunscreen or anything, and I was, like, within 45 fucking minutes, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe if I did put some on, it was but you can see my skin, dude. Like, I am white as fuck, dude.
Well,
I am fucking, you know, Norwegian all the way, dude.
Ozone penetration over Washington State's also really low.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why most people lack in vitamin D around here.
Oh, shit, dude. What's up with the vitamin D levels? What the fuck, dude? It's like a pandemic or some shit, or epidemic?
No, it's just that
people need to be on notice, dude.
It's just something a lot of doctors will notify people of, is that, you know, a lot of people aren't getting enough vitamin D unless they're, like, spending all day in the sun in Washington State.
We checked your blood. I'm sure the Mexicans are doing fine then.
They can find it in the lab, yeah.
Yeah. You gotta start supplementing that vitamin D, if you know what I mean. Big old dicks.
You need the D.
You need to drop some D.
Doctor, well, your problem is you're not getting enough D. Okay, doc, but can I like, is there like a supplement I can take? Because I don't know if I want to do it all natural, if you know what I mean.
yeah, dude, I'll hook you up with that vitamin D, and I'll even throw in the vitamin C extra, if you know what I mean. That needs cum, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this episode, dude. Rendezvous in the City of Dead. Dallas, take us there.
This episode starts off where we left off on the cliffhanger. It's showing Dusty and Shipwreck, or not Dusty and Shipwreck, Snake Eyes and Shipwreck and their pets. They're in the room that has now sealed itself shut, and they've got saw blades crossing the floor.
Yeah, because fucking Shipwreck's stupid voice couldn't activate the fucking...
Shipwreck, you know, hail Cobra Commander, glory to the highest. And the machine was like, nope.
Yeah, dude. I was quite concerned last week of, like, where we were going on this episode.
You sound like a dirty sailor, not a dedicated Cobra snakeling.
He's like, nah, get him out of here.
That was one thing I'd forgotten that they called those guys in the black suits. They're Cobra initiates, called snakelings.
Oh, okay. So now we have an answer for that.
Yeah, I had to look that up. I think they make the reference in this episode too. They call them snakelings at one point.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, I got so high for this episode where I was like, we started talking. I was like, oh shit, we're watching the show.
Things are happening.
I caught in for the last 5 minutes.
You got in for the best part of it though.
Oh
too.
yeah, dude, that ending is fucking exciting.
And so, Shipwreck and Shipwreck and Snake Eyes are really up shit creek here. They've got the saws moving in across the floor, the spikes coming in from the walls. That robot's just sitting there with this cold expression on its face, like, I get to watch someone die today.
It's like, finally it happens.
And
finally,
they're
death to human beings.
They're panicking, and Shipwreck keep going, Hail Cobra Commander, glory in the highest! Hail Cobra Commander, glory in the highest! And the machine keeps beeping red. And Snake Eyes is just kind of looking at him like, this isn't making anything better.
It's like, for once, Snake Eyes could probably open up his mouth and try a little bit. In that moment, near death moment, dude, Snake Eyes really could have helped out.
He took a vow of silence. He won't speak.
Even in the face of death.
Even in the face of death.
All right, okay, I'll give it to Snake Eyes. Whatever. Dude.
If I remember correctly, his vocal cords are actually damaged. He can't speak really.
Oh, is that what's okay? People are screaming at their computers like, he's got fucked up vocal cords. Okay, lay off him.
But
it was Shipwreck's job the whole time to speak.
He could kind of croak something out, It's been...
Hail Cobra.
But yeah, he doesn't really speak. It's not his thing.
Well, to each their own.
Machete don't text,
Yeah, sure. It's like, I got this phone, but I don't know what to do with it. It's like, shut up, boomer.
Snake Eyes is pushing on the walls, and Timber's pushing on the other wall. That wolf, smart as a whip.
Earns his keep throughout the entire episode.
Oh, he does.
He shows exactly why he is a G.I. Joe.
The best frickin' dog turns out to be an actual timber wolf.
I know. He called him a dog. I was like, that's a fucking wolf, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, you've been
found his shit in the wild, dude.
Cobra Trooper to know that.
Shit, dude. that whole story they came up with, dude. I was like, that was really
that was quick thinking.
I was like, damn, dude. I didn't expect him to drop that line on him about being Destro's pets.
Shipwreck was doing some pretty dumb shit there for a little bit, but Shipwreck, he always comes through in the end.
Yeah, Shipwreck. Well, I mean, it proves why Shipwreck's, one of our favorite characters here on, Yo Joe, dude. I mean, we're constantly bringing him up, dude. I mean, he's obviously Wild Bill's fucking drinking buddy. He's in more control, though, of Wild Bill. Oh, Wild Bill, we didn't even see Wild Bill in this episode, dude.
Wild Bill was passed out.
Wild Bill was fucking coming off a bender, dude.
His face down the ground.
Yeah. He just comes in, dude. Starts shooting off his guns. Bang, bang, bang. He's like, dude, you're in the cafeteria. Get down, get down.
Cobra!
Dude, it's like Duke left fucking 5 hours ago, bro.
He sits up and sees a reflective coffee pot and thinks it's Cobra Commander's visor because he's seeing double.
Yeah, dude. He's got double vision. Bah, 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 bah. Just lays into it, dude.
Damn it. He shoots one of the cafeteria ladies. Oh.
That's the 5th coffee maker you broken this month, Wild Bill. And then shoots her, like you said, dude. And then just fucking lays into her.
Duke.
I did it again. I murdered the cafeteria lady. You're lucky these chicks are from fucking Venezuela, okay? And they can't speak English. Else you'd have a real problem on your hands, fucking Wild Bill.
You need to straighten your shit out.
You need to get in code, dude. Tries to take his whiskey away. He's like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to give up the sauce. I want to die, Duke. I want to die. Just shoot
They're all talking about what they're all talking about what they're going to do about Cobra. It's sitting there plotting and planning. In the background, you see through a window, Wild Bill's stumbling out there with the dead Venezuelan lady over his shoulder, puts her in the dragonfly, throws up, and then gets in. Where's Wild Bill going? I just gotta go to 7-Eleven real quick.
He's like, I think he killed a hooker again.
Not again.
No, that's the lunch lady. I said hooker. I paid that lady money for sex before.
Shipwreck's like, what's the difference?
What's the difference? He's like, Wild Bill, you shouldn't be flying that dragonfly. He's like, don't you tell me how to G.I. Joe.
I'm a pro. Can't pull
Fuck you, shipwreck.
Can't pull over a helicopter.
Boom, 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 boom. Just starts it up. Dude, he just goes up in the air. And fucking the Air Force comes in. They're all like flying him over. They're like, Wild Bill, you're being pulled over by the United States Air Force. He's like, fuck the Air Force.
Fuck the Air Force.
He dies by fucking suicide by the fucking Air
Wild
Force.
Blue Yonder this.
Yeah, dude. Wild Blue Underwood. Alright, let's gotta keep moving on this fucking episode.
And there you got your bit of Wild Bill lore for the week.
We had to fit it in there somewhere, dude. It may come back in like 5 minutes. I don't know. Dude.
Whoa, yeah. we go in and out.
In and out, dude. Like we're a fluid podcast in celebration of Pride Month. We're a fluid gender podcast, dude. We go all the way.
If Wild Bill doesn't appear in the episode, we will insert Wild Bill into the episode.
Wild Bill will be represented on this episode. You fucking guarantee that every single fucking week on Yo Joe, a real American podcast where we celebrate. I was gonna try to do some like fucking stupid ramble, whatever. I fucked up, dude. I fucked up.
So Shipwreck and Snake Eyes they're pretty boned.
Oh yeah, they're fucking dead.
That's when Polly's like, "Hail, Cobra Commander, glory in the highest," and he does it a few times, and then the thing turns green. So apparently the snakelings sound like a parrot.
Yeah, just a bunch of parrots, bruh. They're all the same. They
like
are
a bunch of sycophants, a bunch of faceless bad guys. So,
sure.
Yeah, they just repeat what they're told, really. But yeah, the thing turns green, and the saws go away, and the spikes retract, and
it lets him go, dude.
Shipwreck's like, I don't know what that smell is, but it's definitely not the shit in my pants.
Did he really make a line like that?
No.
I didn't. Okay, I was gonna be like, damn, dude, that would have been a fun thing. I think I just shit my pants. Snake Eyes is like, the dude's like,
Snake Eyes.
He's like, oh, gross, bro. Timber's like smelling it, like, oh, fucking dinner. Come here, Poochie, clean my underwear.
And Polly's just like, Shipwreck's a drunken sailor.
Shut up, Polly.
Shut up, bird.
This isn't the first time he shit his pants.
Remind me why I don't feed you through a pencil sharpener.
Because I can't fit.
But they make it out, and the robot that's previously accused them of being intruders is just like, well, they got it right, so welcome, I guess.
Yeah, you're welcome, right? Welcome in, dude.
You know, that was probably a little tense for you, but you got it right, so you can come on in.
Sometimes these programs glitch, okay? But it took you a little bit, but you got it.
It's a new program. We're still working out some of the bugs. But
it's fucking AI. I mean, come on, dude. This shit's not real, right?
It's like, but did you die?
They almost died. But they got in,
it's
though.
one of those, I couldn't imagine that starting work that way. It's like, wow, I haven't even started work yet, and I'm already fucking stressed.
Just imagine trying to do your ID
and damn
badge.
near ate a saw blade with my ass.
It's just like all of a sudden, fucking boom, just getting closed in. You're like,
Denied.
I don't want to die today, mommy.
Denied.
I guess I could just go home then. No, you must die. You are not supposed to know about this secret Cobra facility. You will die.
But they make their way into the underground area where the Cobra snakelings appear to be preparing these large gray cubes. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, I wonder what those are for. And that's when they're confronted by a leader who says, hey, I don't remember any animals being on the manifest. You know, what are you guys doing with those animals? And Shipwreck, fucking quick thinking, it's like, well, they're not our animals. We're watching them for Destro. You wouldn't want him to be mistreated now, would you? That's going to probably make Destro pretty angry. And the leader seems a little skeptical at first. He's like, they're Destro's animals. And then that's when Shipwreck drops the line, hey, even Hitler had a canary.
Yeah, that was I wasn't expecting a Nazi
Hitler
reference
in a child's cartoon. Only in the 80s, folks.
It's teaching you history, dude. I mean, Hitler had a fucking canary. Well, Destro's got a fucking bird and a fucking wolf, dude.
But
who's that guy to question fucking Destro?
Shipwreck banked right, knowing that Cobra Troopers are probably a little stupid because Hitler didn't have a canary. He did have 2 German Shepherds, though.
See, I had no idea. I thought it was real, dude.
No,
so they gave out misinformation about Nazis.
I have a ton of World War II books, so I just happen to know that Hitler had two really...
Oh, you have way more knowledge than I do, Dallas.
Mutt and
I'm pretty fucking stupid.
Muck and Blondie. That were their names.
Mutt and Blondie?
Muck and Blondie.
I thought you said fucking Blondie was like...
Fucking Blondie.
I like to fuck some Blondie, if you know what I mean.
Hitler was a fan of the blondes, strangely enough.
I'm a fan of the band Blondie, dude.
I never got that, too, because his hair was brown.
Call me!
Just for the record, I'm a big World War II buff, not a white supremacist, so calm down, Twitter.
Yeah, man. The internet's talking, dude. All 4 of our viewers out there. Our numbers are up this week, dude. Record views last week, dude.
Record views.
5 views. We're there, dude. We're making it. We're living life. So, I don't know. Keep going with the episode, guys.
But we cut from Shipwreck and Snake Eyes escapades back to the space station Delta, where Dusty's telling Mutt that he needs to get the gravity back online. The Fatal Fluffies are acting like slave drivers now and showing their ability to talk. They're cracking whips. They're whipping all the green shirts and the Joes aboard the space station. I don't remember the green shirts being there. They just kind of showed up. But
I mean, maybe they're just late to the game. They're like, hey, dude,
they probably
sent
kept
us
them
up
in that
here.
cargo bin that they didn't open.
Yeah, they were just stuck the whole time.
Meanwhile,
like, fuck these rookies.
Meanwhile, while they have the Joes working to keep the energy flowing to Cobra's Pyramid of Darkness, the Dreadnoks are screwing around, riding their ATVs up around on the walls and saying crazy Australian shit.
I thought that shit was fucking badass. Dude.
Oi, look at this here distro. Oh, this is cool. Oi, Zartan, look, I'm riding on the sea lake. Yeah, well, it's Australians.
Fucking not for long, though, dude. Not for long.
Not for long, because
G.I. Joes came up with a fucking plan.
Yeah, Dusty's like, I'm about to pull a pro gamer move. And he gets Mutt to distract one of the Fatal Fluffies for a little bit. And that's when he does a little bypass switch thing and signals to the other green shirts.
Yeah, he gave him that
He
that
gave
signal,
him that questionable signal.
that questionable symbol, which, you know.
Back in the 80s, it just meant okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
And that's when he just lets all the good guys know, hey, I'm going to switch the gravity back on, so be ready. He flicks that, and all the Fatal Fluffies go crash to the ground. The Dreadnoks fall about 15 feet straight up.
It looked longer than that, dude. I was thinking 80 feet, dude.
Yeah, there was a couple stories there, I think, maybe.
That's why I said, like, when they immediately got back up, I was like...
And then the fucking ATV lands right on top of
yeah,
them.
they're dead, dude.
Yeah,
they're fucking dead.
They've just spewed their guts out.
Oi, mate, my fucking guts are hanging out.
Oh, mate, it damaged me liver. Oh, never
no.
mind. That thing was damaged anyway.
Oh, that whiskey I drank.
Australians.
Australians are gross. Hey, man, if you want to hear us talk shit about Australians, go watch fucking Drago, a Howling retrospective, episode 3. Yeah. Howling 3, the marsupials.
Or another reason to dislike Australia, Howling 7, which was directed, starring, and...
Clive Turner.
Clive Turner.
I am the rapist. I will always be the rapist. He's coming out with Howling 9, dude. The Rapist. Coming soon. I promise to be the rapist and always be the rapist. Clive Turner, you are my father. If you know, now you know. If our meme culture, dude, if we actually like had meme culture and like fans that were like interacting with us, it'd be so fucked up, dude. It would be so fucked. Like, we'd be so fucked, dude.
Yeah, I would live for the Wild Bill memes.
Yeah!
I made a couple of them.
I'm talking general, like, over Channel 23. You got all that shit, dude.
Oh, everything.
Fucking Hodge. You got fucking
Jag Horn.
Hi. I've talked shit about it before, so whatever. It's okay, Dallas.
It's okay.
He's not watching. He's intimidated by our shit, dude. He's like, these guys are so good. I can't compete with Channel 23 Productions.
We established dominance.
Yeah.
Big dick move.
Big dick move, dude, on G.I. Joe. Yo Joe, Real American Podcast, motherfucker. You have to. When you're talking about Duke, you gotta pull your dick out on the fucking table and slam it a couple times. Bop, bop, bop. Are you fucking paying attention right now? I fucking hope so. Shit.
Anyway, they switch the gravity back on. That causes all the Dreadnoks to wreck. And they're fine. Apparently, crashing in zero G is a lot better than crashing in full gravity, which I thought they were. But cartoon science. Anyway,
Cartoon science, dude. Yo, Joe.
you can have an ATV land right on top of you and be okay.
Yeah, dude, I fucking, like, side note, I know we don't want to go too long in this episode, I keep going off on tangents. There was one time, dude, I was riding a four-wheeler, and I went up this fucking hill, and I didn't gas it enough, and I fucking, like...
Rolled over backwards?
Not backwards, it was, like, I fucking, like, tilted it, and, like, I just jumped off, and luckily it didn't, like, fucking land on me.
Oh.
Fuck. Yeah, it choked me up, dude. I almost fucking died. Oh, my God. No, dude. I wasn't even drunk or anything, dude. I was sober. I did crash a motorcycle once when I was drunk, but it was like literally going like 10 miles an hour, and I turned it around and I just like fell. Whatever.
Duke, I did it again.
Dude, I crashed the motorcycle. Please, sir. I'm Wild Bill. Buy my book. Yeehaw! It's like you meet him at a fucking Comic-Con and you're like, can you sign it? Yeehaw, Wild Bill. Yeah!
It's just like...
I know, he's like, he's seeing double vision, and you're just like, you just see his scribble, dude.
Just fucking scribbles.
Just move.
He draws a little stick figure thumbs up.
You're like, actually, could you, like, throw up a little bit on it? I know you're known for, like, drinking a lot. He's like, he's like, fuck, dude, I said a little, not, like, the fucking chunks from your breakfast, dude.
Hey, don't worry, if we hang out long enough, we can probably get a souvenir piece of a crashed dragonfly.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude, do you think he's going to crash into the 7-Eleven today?
He always does.
Woo! We're all like fanboys, dude, holding up signs. He's like, comes out and just high fives us.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, dude. Die, Haji, die. Cops just go by and give you thumbs up. Just like, they know what's up, dude.
American number one.
A number one, dude. So, alright, let's go ahead. Let's get through this episode.
The whole gravitational thing happens, and Dusty uses the distraction to make his way down a shaft where he has the control unit for the Pyramid of Darkness, switches off the power for that, and throws off Cobra's plans temporarily. Cobra Commander sees this and gets a little upset, and he orders Destro to head out and activate a smaller pyramid that they can use in the interim while they're getting the main one back up online. So Destro has one of the power cubes that they're using to bounce off these energy waves from the space station to power the Pyramid of Darkness. Meanwhile, it shows Lady J and Flynn on board the USS Flag, which is the G.I. Joe's big aircraft carrier. And normally, Admiral Keelhaul is the admiral in charge of the flag, and he's pretty cool, but this admiral, I didn't recognize him. It wasn't Keelhaul. It was just some random admiral that was incredibly sexist.
Dude, that guy was like, dude, he's like, fucking, this is Old Navy. I was like, I'm on my underwear at Old Navy.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Don't give me any BS. I'm Old Navy. What's that woman doing on my ship? It's bad luck to have a woman on a ship. And Flint's just like, bruh.
That's my teammate.
and my girlfriend.
See her? I'm fucking her, okay? None of you motherfuckers better line up, because I'll beat the shit out of you.
But he's like, well, just for your information, Admiral, she's my teammate. He left the fraternization thing out of, because, she is a specialist and he's a warrant officer, so that's a bad look.
I was gonna say, dude, Lady Jane's badass. That's like the cool thing about G.I. Joe is how they like pushed up fucking women in the fucking 80s
and they weren't doing it to push an agenda. They were just showing that
they're badass.
They were showing genuine equality between
exactly.
sexes and races and everything.
Yeah,
and many of those women too. Before it was actually a thing in the army, like Scarlett and Lady J especially were Ranger qualified. Which at that point in time in history, only men could go through Ranger school or be in combat arms roles in the military.
Right. G.I. Joe broke the fucking barrier.
G.I. Joe did break down that barrier. And
straight up, dude.
It wasn't until more recent times that they actually had some women come through and graduate from Ranger school. But it set the bar with the cartoon. That was the interesting part.
Hell yeah, dude. That's why I love G.I. Joe, dude. Look at us, dude. We're growing up, dude.
Yeah.
We celebrate women on this podcast, dude. You're like, they're still racist. Shut the fuck up. They're misogynist. They're racist.
According to the people whose approval I don't really care about anyway. And I knew that I was never going to win them over in the first place. So.
Yeah, it's like, don't even try.
Yep. So, suck it.
Break it down. Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, remember, hate comments are still comments.
I mean, all publicity is good publicity, you know.
If you're one of those people that has to dye your hair every other week and, you know, protest things because you have nothing better to do.
Got a nose ring going on. You're like, what's up, dude? Get that magnet out, dude.
And just, you know, argue with me. I'll engage. We'll have fun.
Yeah, dude. You can find Dallas. He's not hard to find, dude. You can find him on the internet. Shout it out, Dallas. You're like, that's private information. Only me and the CIA know about what I post.
Oh, yeah, during my time in the CIA.
No, they just follow you, dude. They're following all of us, dude.
CIA.
We're all on a watch
They
list.
probably know everything I look at on this damn thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. We're all.
I'd like to think I wasn't that important to them, but then again, they're spying on everybody equally.
It's like the South Park episode. They're like, you're just not that important. We don't pay attention to you. We just don't pay attention
I think
to you.
I'd be more hurt if I found that out. It's like, yeah, we don't pay any attention.
Be like, dude, we say some cool shit, though, dude. Like, I want to be recognized for some hateful shit. Like, come on, dude, put me on a poster. Douchebag of the week.
But on the aircraft carrier, Flint and Lady J managed to find out that Destro has taken a contingent of Cobra soldiers and gone to a vacation spot of his known as the Devil's Playground. Doesn't really sound like Maui.
I mean, I'd go there maybe if it was a cheap flight.
Yeah, but it's full of this strange pink liquid, which I don't think it really touched on exactly what that is.
I don't know, I just assumed it's the shit from Ghostbusters 2.
But there's a cool moment where it's like, it's bubbling up, and it bubbles, and it gets all over Destro, and he's like, oh, confound it. And he pulls out a little hand, like a Dremel hand buffer, and he polishes his metal mask right there. It even shows it sparkling when he's done.
He's a good looking man, dude.
It's like, you know, a true man cares about the way he looks.
Oh, of course, dude. You gotta do your hair, do your beard, you know.
But yeah, he does that shit, and it's like, I don't remember Destro having a hand buffer, but I guess it makes sense.
That's the accessory I want, dude. I want fucking Destro with a hand buffer. Come on, dude.
They need to do a classified version of Destro with a hand buffer.
Come on, Hasbro.
Especially now that next month Destro's Despoiler and the Iron Grenadier's golden version of Destro is coming out.
Ooh, wait, did you pre-order that?
Oh yeah, I've been looking forward to the spoiler.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I love the Iron Grenadier shit, but that's when they come under attack by Lady J and Flint, who have now made their way off of the aircraft carrier, and in typical air combat fashion, they flying a multi-million-dollar jet. They're like, well, we're catching small arms fire from the ground as well as anti-aircraft fire. What do? We fly directly into it.
Any good soldier knows you go directly into the fight, Dallas. You gotta go head on and you gotta fight those motherfuckers.
I'm no fighter pilot. I'll be the first to say that. But I have spent some time running simulator in JROTC, well before I was ever actually even in the military. And I can tell you just from the military training aspect that they do, you do not fly directly into anti-aircraft.
I thought it was common knowledge.
I didn't think that was something they really had to teach a class on, but apparently so.
Yeah, those guys need to be taught, dude, because those fucking planes aren't cheap, Dallas.
No,
that's taxpayer money right there.
They go through them with like toilet paper too.
Yeah, dude, they're just like, oh, fuck it, dude. I mean, Wild Bill, our whole story about Wild Bill's crashing like helicopter after helicopter. Nothing, dude. He doesn't get in trouble.
That's probably
He's
why they're able to get
dude.
away with it, is because the amount of aircraft they crash are negligible compared to the dragonflies that Wild Bill goes through.
Yeah, it's just like such a small blip on their fucking books.
General
dude.
Hawk's just able to write them off.
Yeah, they're just like, dude, it's a tax write-off. Whatever. Everything's a tax write-off when you're fucking rich.
But yeah, they catch lasers straight to the intake. Both aircraft catch on fire, and they immediately eject. Which, I don't know, if you've ever seen like how a fighter pilot ejects from an aircraft, it's not like just, skydiving. That is a violent action.
Is it?
Oh yeah. That chair's rocket propelled. So when they'll have a lever down between their legs that they can pull.
Oh, they got a big stick.
Or they have a
They're going to take it out and slam it on the table, Dallas. You're paying attention now!
Or they have a hand grip, like in an F-14 Tomcat. They have a two-hand hand grip that you pull.
Oh, shit.
And that'll cause explosive bolts on the canopy to release. the canopy flies off, and that's when a rocket activates underneath the seat to throw them free of the aircraft.
Oh, fuck, dude.
So, yeah, it will fire them out of there like a slingshot. And it's... The teacher of our ROTC class was a Air Force colonel. And he was an F-4 Phantom pilot back during Vietnam and stuff like that. He was a really cool guy. But he had to eject. He had to punch out once. When he
Serious?
had flame out in his jet.
Whoa.
But yeah, he said, you know those thick helmets that fighter pilots wear?
Oh, of course. The ones that are never worn during G.I. Joe?
He made the mistake of when he pulled the eject handle, he was leaning forward when it did it. When that rocket fired, it slammed him back up against the seat and split the back of his helmet open. Thankfully, he had the helmet on, so he was okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said it. I mean, that's a thick helmet too.
Oh yeah, dude. Like I'd imagine. Like you're like serious. Like dude, that would fucking kill you, dude.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Your head would be flat.
Yeah.
Even with the padding on the back of the fighter's pilot seat.
Yeah, it's not like what we see in G.I. Joe every week.
Yeah,
okay?
no, where they just pull it and then it blasts them
I'm
out.
safe.
And the original Sky Striker toy did have 2 ejection seats in it too, with parachutes in them. It's kind of cool.
Did it have like a button you could press and like eject it?
No, you had to pull them out by hand, but it was still the parachutes.
Fuck.
And I think the HasLab remake they did of it does the same thing now too.
That's pretty cool.
I don't feel like shelling out the money for it, but
I was gonna say, dude, bring it on the podcast. See if people can see that shit now. Totally
I don't have a Sky Striker, sadly.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, how much are they?
I'd have to look on eBay. I'm sure the price has gone up. I think it funded it like $150 or something.
Oh, so it's probably like $500.
Yeah, probably on eBay on a secondhand market is probably like $300. I'm guessing.
Shit, dude. Well, it's like those scalpers on that Nightmare on Elm Street fucking box set, that 4K box set Steelbook collection. Motherfuckers, dude, it sold for like $150 on Amazon, like you're saying, and they're fucking selling it for like $400 on eBay.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. They'll never release it again. So if I want that, I gotta pay fucking scalper prices. And you know how we feel about scalpers on here, Dallas. We fucking
scalp them.
We scalp. Right. That's better. That's better. I was gonna be like, we hate them, and you're like, we fucking scalp their fucking hair off, dude. Sell it to the next person down the street, dude. You want to take a look at my collection? You know, you talk about being a hoarder and shit. Start hoarding fucking scalps, dude. That's the move. That's the move, dude. Check out my scalp collection. They're like, damn, dude, you're fucking nuts.
Well, I don't like to pay inflated prices.
Word gets around, you're a piece of shit, and I gotta deal with it, okay? I mean, it's just life. That's just life, Dallas.
But Flint and Lady J land safely on the ground after bailing out of their aircraft that they've just pretty much flown right into enemy fire. And they have it out with Destro and the ground troops. And it cuts back to Dusty on board the space station. And he's working up a plan to try to do everything he can to thwart it. The Dreadnoks and the Fatal Fluffies get everything back under control and get the Joes working back as slaves again. And Dusty formulates a plan to, fuck a little bit more up to keep Destro and the rest of Cobra underfoot so they can't reactivate their Pyramid of Darkness. So it shows him like splicing things. And every time the Fatal Fluffy looks by, they were doing a funny thing where Mutt would take a electrical cable that he broke free and he whipped the Fluffy with it. And then the Fluffy would turn around and get all pissed off and it'd just show him working there.
You'd be like, what? I didn't do nothing.
And yeah, it's just the old trope of, what?
You don't got no proof, Fluffy.
You can see him just getting angry. Those things are pretty pissed off.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with those things,
They
dude.
breathe fire in a pure oxygen environment. Everyone should be dead.
The one thing I mentioned while we were watching the show is like, I wonder how like when those things like were like born, they turned into like the big bad monsters. How did the fucking Dreadnoughts like convince them that like, hey man, we're the bad guys, okay? We beat up the good guys. Like, how are they automatically on their side? I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I'm guessing that this was some kind of genetic engineering. They haven't introduced Dr. Mindbender yet, but it had been retconned long ago that he was responsible in the creation of these things.
Okay, fair enough.
But by the time they made the cartoon, they had no idea about any of this.
Yeah,
it was just
creative liberties,
those
dude.
are the good guys. We're the bad guys. We hurt the good guys.
That's right, dude.
And the Fluffies are just like, okay, yeah, sounds legit.
It's like fucking... yeah, anyway, keep going.
We have horns and we breathe fire.
Yeah.
Of course we're the bad guys.
100%. 100%.
But Dusty's shown that he's actually quite a whiz when it comes to working with electrical systems. And ever since he's been depicted as someone who's technologically knowledgeable, even though he speaks with kind of a southern twang, and he's portrayed as a little bit of a hick.
See, and that's even better because we're talking about them like treating everybody like equals. That proves that Southerners aren't dumb hicks.
Southerners aren't just a bunch of dumb hicks. They might have a southern accent and be a little honky tonk, but he can still handle himself.
Yeah.
And Dusty actually, he was an interesting choice to be sent as the commander of the space team. Especially because he's a dedicated desert trooper.
Space, desert, same.
Yeah, same. He's up there with his desert face paint and his desert fatigues on up in space. But
what else is he? That's the only uniform he's got.
Yeah, they have to show the action figure. Yeah. And Dusty version 1 is a pretty cool action figure. I prefer version 2 myself, but the first one's still great.
Version 2's pretty fucking badass, dude.
Version 2's got the cool beret. Oh, yeah. And I'm so psyched that the Classified's releasing those.
Yeah, he looks badass, dude. Hell yeah.
Have you seen the new Duke yet?
I saw like all the 250 year anniversary ones that you brought last week. I don't know if I've seen like a new Duke.
They just announced a new one for the Yojo June.
Did they?
He's a kind of desert themed.
Oh, okay.
And he's got the rough-hewn face. He's got a beard.
Yeah.
And he's got a plate carrier. He looks kind of like a modern Special Forces soldier.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And fans are calling him Rugged Duke.
Hell yeah.
But it's a cool-looking figure. And I have a sneaking theory as to why they're releasing all these desert-themed G.I. Joes right now. Just like the Snowcat HasLab they recently did, where they ran a bunch of winter-themed G.I. Joes. And they're still coming out with a few, too. I think they're implying like the Vamp Mark II, Dusty, Duke, feeding into that. The Desert Scorpions that just came out recently. I think they're going to do the Mauler for the next HasLab.
Oh, no
That
shit.
seems to be the prevailing theory.
Ooh, okay.
The Mauler tank is badass.
That's pretty badass, dude.
And to see that thing in 1/12 scale, it's going to fund in no time. That's a fan favorite, and
I'm just gonna say, dude, I just can't believe like the shit they're rolling out with, dude. It's like it's hard for me to even keep up, dude. Like I see the updates. The only updates I get for Hasbro is like through YouTube and stuff, and that shit's fucking crazy, dude. It's just like every day there's new shit.
And it's like I'll hawk a kidney to get the Mauler. I would fund that without a second thought.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's get it and show it off on the podcast, dude.
Yeah. I probably should run one of those up here one time. We're going to need a little bit of extra table space, but
we can move the computer. We got some room to work with, dude.
The HasLab ones are impressive to look at, especially when you get all the lights engaged and stuff like that, whether it's the Rattler, the Hiss, or the Dragonfly. I think those are the only 3 they've done so far.
Yeah.
Or at least the 3 that are released.
Fuck, I know you gotta basically just like work your job to pay your mortgage and buy G.I. Joes, dude, and Transformers
I can
toys.
live like that.
Yeah, you're just like, dude, this is my life.
This is my life. It is my life.
It's like when I die, sell my collection off. Do not throw this shit away. That's what I tell my kids about like the movies. I'm like, dude, it may look like shit or something. You may be like, oh, shitty VHS, dude. That one right there, sell it for $100, dude. Village of the Damned. No, that does not go for $100, dude. But if you look through his collection, dude, there's definitely some tapes in there.
I can see a few here that I can assume are pretty pricey.
Well, you could just like take the whole Halloween collection. You can get that for $100. You could sell that for $100. Because like people get greedy on eBay, like we were talking about earlier. Like people get fucking greedy on there, and they try to sell it for like $150, $200. But like,
damage. Oh, that's an all Arnold right there. Cool.
That's my Arnold section up there, dude. Yeah.
Everything I need is right there on that top shelf.
Fucking John Carpenter.
Perfectly appropriate too, because Arnold's always top shelf.
All the Child's Play movies. I got this one right here is easily $100. I'll bring this out. Fucking show it up. I know it's like different, but it's Seed of Chucky, dude. This is $100 tape at least, dude. Probably, actually, if I say it, market probably says 100. Probably sell it for like 75. Case? Huh? It's a Hollywood case for you with MVP, dude.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is a Hollywood tape from back in the day. Yeah, so I don't know. You can sell that shit, dude.
Well, that's some pure nostalgia too. If you're getting them from like old rental places that gone out of business.
That's part of the cool part about shopping for old VHS tapes is the ones you're buying, dude. A lot of it's like these random video stores from all across the United States.
Old Blockbuster stock and shit.
Not even that, dude. Like mom and pop shit, dude. Like you get some Blockbuster here and there, but honestly, most of my collections are like mom and pop. Like I have a Hollywood video. Like that is probably like one of the only Hollywood videos I have. So I can't. Yeah, everything else is either like personal collection. Or this one right here. This is a Home Video Express, dude. 7-night rental, Home Video Express. Fucking The Demon. Like, it's such a shitty fucking movie, dude. Oh my
It's
god.
kind of part of the charm, though.
Just want to see where it's at. Let's see if it has a fucking city. It just says Home Video Express, dude. So if you know where Home Video Express exists, you're like Kevin, that was in Yakima. You're like,
Malaysia.
I bought this at that 70 store here in town, so I didn't buy this one online. Fucking yeah, but like $15, dude. You probably sell it for 30. It's all about the hustle, Dallas. It's all about.
That's
the
when
hustle.
I need to reach out. I still haven't replaced my original GI Joe, the Slaughter's Marauders Lowlight, and I can't imagine that he probably sells for more than the original Lowlight, which he's just a repaint of. But I imagine I could probably stamp a broken one pretty cheap and get him completed. That's what I need to focus on.
You do, dude. Time's now, Dallas. Time
I had the
is
classified
now.
one, and I was tickled pink when I got that one. I was so excited to see that again.
Oh, it's so cool, dude.
It was pure nostalgia.
Pure nostalgia, dude. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this episode up, dude. We're 43 minutes deep, dude. We still gotta watch fucking Transformers, bro.
Yep. Fortunately, there wasn't too much left of the episode. It cuts back to the space station, like I was saying. It shows Dusty monkeying with the fatal fluffies and everything, pretending to work. They cut back to Shipwreck and Snake Eyes, who are making their way through, and they said, "Oh, a special message from our Cobra Commander." And this big screen comes down from the TV, and Cobra Commander addresses all the snakelings, saying, "You're contributing to the future of Cobra success. Work hard, and you will be rewarded. Cobra!" It was like, that could have been an email.
Daily work motivation, dude.
Yeah, daily work motivation from their dictator to be.
It could have been an email, like you said, dude. I mean, those guys are going back. They're like, fuck, wasted 5 minutes of my fucking time for that shit.
The boss really likes to listen to himself talk.
Yeah, dude. He's really full of himself. I think Cobra Commander's a fucking narcissist.
That's what as soon as Cobra Commander shows up, Polly starts squawking on Shipwreck's shoulder. Up your nose with a fire hose. Quiet, bird. And that's when they get discovered. Hey, those guys are imposters. That guy's a phony.
Phony.
Yeah.
Phony.
Why is that snakeling dressed like a ninja? Snake Eyes like,
Ooh, me?
and then Shipwreck's like, okay, we better make like a tree and leaf. And they hop in a mine cart, takes them through the shafts that Cobra's digging in the place. They get in a good old-fashioned Temple of Doom style minecart chase.
Hell yeah.
That's why I was joking that I think the production team probably watched Temple of Doom before making this episode.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
But they get it. I mean, they're getting followed by Cobra troopers that are using rockets to power their minecart behind them. There's lasers flying back and forth. And Polly's Polly puts in his work. And while Shipwreck's busy trying to get the engine together on this minecart, Snake Eyes is working one end of the lever, while Timber's working the other end of the lever.
Damn.
That is one smart dog.
Yeah, no, dude. Timber's fucking badass, dude. I love him in this episode.
And that's when they managed to knock the first cart off, and they're like, okay, they hit the track switch, send the minecart full of Cobra troopers straight into the freaking mine switch.
Dude.
The old Looney Tunes pratfall.
I loved it, dude. I was like, that whole like minecart scene, dude. I was just like, maybe it was the marijuana, Dallas. I don't know, but like, I was fucking into it.
No, I'm sober as a judge, and that was exciting.
Damn right it was. Damn right.
There's always minecart chases are always great.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they are.
And then they
except for
think
that
they're
fucking Donkey Kong one. That one's fucking smart as fuck, dude.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, we're in the clear. And then Polly starts squawking, trouble ahead. And there's another Cobra minecart that's cut off their exit. So Shipwreck, quick thinking, uses his laser rifle to shoot down one of the girders. And he's like, well, time to turn this into a roller coaster. He shoots down the girder down in front of it. And their minecart goes straight up to that and goes out and leaves the Cobra operation area and civilian.
Yeah, that's right. They were in the city.
They ended up in a civilian subway system.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's when Shipwreck's like, time to store these uniforms where they belong. And they immediately just throw them in the trash.
Yeah, dude. Fucking burn them. Take a shit on them.
They make their way out above ground. And they're
Fuck
looking
you,
around.
Cobra. You fucking bitch.
Which I think they're in a town that's largely inhabited by a lot of Cobra troopers above ground, too. Because there's that first guy that strangely looks a lot like the head man. Even though he wasn't ever introduced in the series.
Yeah, he caught them like right off the bat.
And he's like, oh, I see a guy that looks like a village people one of the village people, and he's getting followed by a dude in a skin-tight black gimp suit.
Kind of looks gay, but whatever. Fuck
And
you,
they
Snake
walk
Eyes is
straight-
badass.
And he's like, tail them. And where does Snake Eyes and Shipwreck immediately walk into, dressed like a member of the village people in a gimp? Straight into a nightclub.
You gotta get your party on, dude. It's fucking beer 30.
Yeah.
After a long, hard-fought day
Shipwrecks is like-
of almost
Shipwreck-
dying at the beginning of the episode, they deserve a beer, dude.
Shipwreck's like, time for a drink.
I'm about to tie one off, and Polly's like, you sure are.
They get there, you see Wild Bill face down on the table. A bunch of drinks all around him.
Guys, I had sex with a tranny.
Fancy seeing you here.
There's a bunch of trannies on stage like, I had sex with her.
Her. Not her.
Damn, Wild Bill, you've been up to a lot, dude. That's pretty cool. I like hand jobs.
They almost kicked me out after I threw up on one of them.
I was like, bitch, get back on my dick. And they're like, no, fuck you, you suck my dick. And I was like, You're just sucking off trannies in the back room, dude. Light them up, girls, light them up. Let's get them all in there. Treat me like you're a whore. I'm Wild Bill.
I'm a helicopter pilot, and I like to call this move the whirly bird.
Alright, we gotta end the episode, dude. That's how you do it, dude.
There's one last scene.
Yeah.
Flint and Lady J are slugging it out with Destro and his troopers, and that's when they climb up onto a ledge, and they're about to make their escape. And they take a pot shot at Destro, who does a really cool, badass combat roll. Pulls up his own pistol, aims it, and fires. It was a pretty badass move, especially for Destro, who's not usually shown doing a lot of combat.
Unless he's like fucking buffing out.
Yeah, unless he's buffing his metal skull.
He's like, oh, is that a pimple? Fuck, I gotta fucking buff
Puts on
that
one
out.
of those little star stickers over it.
He gets a football, hits his head, dude, and just dents it. Fuck, I got a dent in my head.
Son of a bitch.
These fucking kids and their footballs, I fucking hate them.
He'd freak out when he met Captain Gridiron.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude.
Later on, Joe.
I was gonna say fucking Joe Madden's all calling. It's like, oh, Destro takes one for the team.
But Destro does a cool combat roll and shoots out the rock that Lady J and Flint are standing on, knocking him into this pink goo.
It's the Ghostbuster goo from part
it's
2.
like the Ghostbuster goo or something.
Yeah, that's what my
But
call.
I guess it's aerated and there's a high oxygen content in it because they start sinking and they're like, oh, we're drowning. And then it comes up with the to be continued and the episode concludes.
Yeah, it's fucking Lady Jane full of fucking. It's what cum looks like when you fuck a chick on a period. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to end it for us here on a brand new episode of Yo Joe. Episode 12, Rendezvous in the City of the Dead. Great episode, Dallas. Final thoughts.
The episode was a great one, especially the minecart chase. The next one's going to be even better, especially when you get like the ancient zombies and shit like that. And of course, more goodness with the fatal fluffies and more shipwreck and Snake Eye shenanigans. Looks like they head into a nightclub and they meet a nightclub singer. And honestly, I don't remember that episode too well, so it'll be cool to see it again.
I kind of remember that because she helps him out after that and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Going into the last couple episodes.
I'm guessing the club is funded or frequented by Cobra or something like that.
I guess so. I mean, they love their trannies, Dallas. Cobra Commander loves his trannies, dude.
So does
She's
Wild
like,
Bill.
blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Wild Bill too, dude. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're checking out the podcast In Disguise every Saturday. Make sure you're watching the podcast that no one listens to. Drago, a Howling retrospective. We will conclude this series one day. Maybe soon, maybe not. I don't know.
Go.
But go watch the previous episodes and yeah, dude. I'm Kevin Porter, Dallas Baldwin.
Yo, Joe.